At the end of the 15th century, Europe was dreaming of new trade routes. After the fall of Constantinople in 1453, the usual land routes to Asia, rich in spices and silk, became dangerous and expensive. So sailors and monarchs sought another route to the east, across the ocean. Christopher Columbus, an Italian from Genoa, was convinced that if you sailed west across the Atlantic Ocean, you could reach the shores of Asia faster. His bold plan was ridiculed more than once. The Venetians and Portuguese refused to support the expedition, but after lengthy negotiations, the Spanish monarchs, Queen Isabella of Castile and King Ferdinand of Aragon, agreed to finance the risky voyage. Columbus received 3 ships, the Niña, the Pinta, and the Santa María, the flagship of the expedition. The crew consisted of about 90 people, sailors, craftsmen, and translators. On August 3, 1492, the fleet set sail from the port of Palos de la Frontera. The journey across the unknown Atlantic Ocean lasted more than 2 months. The sailors faced storms, unpredictable currents, and constant fear. No one knew how long the journey would take. Provisions were running out, uncertainty was growing, and Columbus had to not only steer the ships but also quell a mutiny. On the morning of October 12, 1492, sailor Rodrigo de Triana from the Pinta was the first to spot land. The expedition reached one of the Bahamas, which Columbus named San Salvador. The navigator was convinced that he had reached India, so he called the locals Indians. During this expedition, Columbus explored several Caribbean islands, Cuba and Hispaniola, modern-day Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. He returned to Spain a true hero and set off for the New World 3 more times, gradually discovering new territories. Columbus's discovery marked the beginning of the Age of Discovery. Europeans gained access to new lands, natural resources, and trade routes. However, for the indigenous peoples of America, this had tragic consequences: colonization, epidemics, enslavement, and profound changes in the culture and demographics of the continent. Today, Columbus's voyage is viewed in different ways. For Europe, it was a step towards globalization and economic growth. For Native Americans, it was the beginning of centuries of colonial oppression. But without a doubt, the events of 1492 forever changed the world map and the course of history. Christopher Columbus proved that courage and perseverance can change humanity's perception of the planet. His voyage became a symbol of the age of great discoveries and, at the same time, a reminder of the price other nations paid for this step into the unknown.